Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Firm. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak.
I'm on. Now I'm on. Delayed reaction. Welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is July the, let me see what date, 18th. Friday, July the 18th. Again, we've had one hell of a week, but we are here back at the Prison Show, back at KPFT, and tonight David has lined up a fantastic show for us. We have Tangi Smith, founder and executive director of Texas Federation of the People Foundation and KPFT's Community Advisory Board member. She is here to speak on the Peace Pop-Up tomorrow. We have Keri. Keri's back. Woohoo! Senior investigative reporter for the Houston Chronicle, author of Corrections Inc., former LA Times, Marshall Project, New York Daily News, and a returning citizen. Dion Garcia, CEO at A1 Music Empire, Street Management, Empire Radio, and returning citizen. And of course, Abe. Abe will be on later. He is the co-director and founder at Death Penalty Action. Whew! So David has lined up a great show for us. In addition to that, I'm going to get to something called a Watermelon Festival, the 4th annual Watermelon Festival Dance and Summer Social, tonight starting at 5 p.m. Is that correct, David?
Yeah, 5 until about 11:30 tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be 10 o'clock, and it'll be over. The last band goes on at 10 o'clock, but it doesn't start till like 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay.
It says door opens at noon, though, so that's kind of weird, because Wendy Elizabeth Jones on at 4 o'clock, Hell in the Buckets at 6, High Taylor's at 8, and Pot Roasters at 10, so free watermelon.
Free watermelon, yes, free watermelon.
My favorite price.
Yeah, the only price nowadays. Free. Live music, local vendors, good vibes. Hank must be going.
And if you've never been to the Cottonwood Club, you need to go.
Sounds fantastic. 3422 North Shepherd Drive here in Houston. But first, we have Tangi Smith, and you're here to talk. Let's get the mic a little bit closer to you. I was trying to maneuver it because David yells at me when the crane.
It's not just me, it's Bill and everybody else.
I get yelled at too, so I got a message for someone.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Here we go.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, exactly. You know who you are. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a temporary mic shift. We're going to make sure everything's okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you got for us tomorrow?
We have a peace pop-up. It's called Houston Safe Summer. And we have invited just about everybody that's in the city that does reentry work and does prison work. And what we want to do is invite the community out to let them know and understand the conditions of prison, especially when it comes to the heat. We know that sometimes the prison get up to triple digits. And we're not talking small triple digits. We're talking about big triple digits, beyond 115, sometimes 130. People sometimes lose their lives. So it's something that it's imperative that it needs to be talked about. It's something that everybody needs to know. Prison is supposed to be for rehabilitation, and unfortunately, that's not what they get. Sometimes their fate is death. So we need to let the public know that you need to really do something, and you really need to be aware that temperatures are over 100 degrees. Air condition needs to be in there. No one should be in an inferno, and it's our obligation and it's our right to know that it's not up to standard. And while it's under substandard, we need to let our authorities and our officials know that we do understand what the conditions look like, and you need to do your job.
Yes, they do need to do their job. And in addition to, there's going to be a mock cell, correct?
There is going to be a mock cell,
Yes.
and we're doing a 7-minute challenge, and we're asking everybody to be a part of that 7-minute challenge. We want them to drink the water, and we want them to feel that heat.
Yeah, Dr. Mead had one in Huntsville back in 2020, and I did attend that one, and I did not last the full 7 minutes. It was hot. It was in August when she held it, and it was very hot. So, and it's going to be hot this weekend.
And that was one of the reasons why we chose to do it in July. July is a multifunctional month for us. It's hurricane season, and it's hot. So you'll get a chance to see the element the way that it is. And we pray that it's super hot so people can really understand. They can really feel the heat. And it's God's heat. It's intense heat. It's heat that you cannot suffice from. You'll bake. So that's how intense it is.
And David's familiar with that heat.
I survived. I think a lot of us have. Dion back there, he survived. Israel, he survived. Keri, was it real hot where you were at?
It was definitely not as hot as Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in upstate New York. The only time it got hot, honestly, was when the heat would break and be stuck on, which happened more than makes sense.
Whenever I was on Cofield, we'd lay in the floor in our boxers, and we'd put water all over the floor and just waller in the floor trying to stay cool.
Waller.
Water.
That's what it's like.
That's what it's
like a hog, just rolling around on the floor. And at Hudson State Jail, we'd take our T-shirt, and we'd have to buy a T-shirt every year because you'd get it wet, and it would dry, and then you'd get it wet, and it'd get dry, and by the end of summertime, it was dry rotted. It was 120, 130 degrees.
Can you imagine?
I really can't, because I get uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable right now, and in here. So, and it can't be that hot in here, but I'm uncomfortable. So there's no way I would be able to handle that. I mean, I guess you do what you have to do to survive. And it's not just the incarcerated people. It's also the reason why they're short-staffed, because you don't want to work in those conditions either. So they're short-staffed. That means that the men and women have to stay in their cells longer. I mean, even right now at the Styles unit, they're on a security lockdown. They can't get out of their cells.
Right.
And it's tough for the people working. It's tough for our loved ones. It's tough for everyone concerned. You can't even, the food you eat makes you sick because you're hot. Not to mention that the food's not good anyway.
Right. Now, wouldn't you think that would be unjustifiable, what do you want to call it, unjustifiable solitary confinement? Wouldn't you think being not able to come out of your cell because you're short-staffed, whose fault is that? Should I have to suffer even more so on top of my sentence because you don't have enough people employed to do what you need to do to take care of me? I mean, I understand that I have a debt to pay, but I'm still human. So do I have to bake or boil because you can't keep staff on to make sure that we get the proper recreation that we're supposed to get? Are we supposed to get the proper things that we're supposed to have while we're incarcerated? I mean, whose fault that? I mean, everybody pay taxes. So why isn't that money spent the way it's supposed to be spent?
Because the people in charge are spending it in other ways. I think Abbott took away, I forgot how many millions of dollars from the prison system a few years ago. to pay for immigration.
Yeah.
Different issues that
Yeah.
his issues,
Right.
not people issues.
Right.
Definitely not that. So what else is going to happen tomorrow?
So we have the reentry simulator that's going to be out there. And we're going to be talking to the public and letting them know up front how difficult it is when people are facing repudiation. Everybody don't think that rejection is a real thing, and it is. You know, when you go and you've worked so hard and you fill out an application and you tell a person, yes, I do have a background, but I've paid my debt to society, and they take your money and they still tell you no, that you can't live there. Or you go out and you apply for employment because you know that you have other responsibilities besides parole fees. You have maybe elderly parents you have to take care of. You may have, siblings that you have to look at. Perhaps you may have children that you have to take care of. Your own self, you have to pay for a driver's license. You have to pay for a birth certificate and all those type of things. Just everyday life. And you can't get a job. So, you're being repudiated for that. So we have a reentry simulator to show people just how tough it is for individuals to find employment or to find housing or to get any other service that they may need because they've been incarcerated. So we just want to bring real life scenarios to people so they can see and understand that these people are not playing. These people are not lying. They're not pulling your leg and telling you that, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. These people need some assistance. So if we bring that information to them and show them firsthand how difficult it is, maybe, just maybe, we may be able to put a crack in the egg so that somebody could be able to get some relief.
Now, are you inviting members of the mayor?
Yes, we did.
Oh, you did?
And unfortunately, we said that it was told to us that he had a conflict in his schedule, so he was not going to be able to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
how convenient. What about any members of Congress? Any?
We sent out letters since March, and we got 2 answers.
Anybody coming?
We got 2 answers.
2 answers. That's all you're saying. Just 2 answers.
Yeah.
So where is this going to be located?
So we're going to be in the McGregor Park. It's going to be 5225 Calhoun Road, 77021, right in the heart of 3rd Ward, District 18.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you very much. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
We hope you get on the phone with your loved ones, everyone, and make sure you call them and tell them to show up. McGregor Park.
McGregor Park.
Starting at what time?
10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we're going to be out there all day, welcoming the crowd, welcoming the community, just letting them know what TDC is not. You don't want to change your address to a state address. You want to stay at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
All right. Next on the schedule is Keri. Do you want to switch? Come on over here. Keri is back in the Houston area, and I know a lot of people are very excited about that. So we're going to do the switcheroo.
Yes.
So how long have you been back, Keri?
How long? I mean, I just started June 1st. Is this hers?
Yes.
Okay.
June 1st?
Yeah, I just started back June 1st. I took a few weeks in between jobs to, try to work on a book proposal, which I was not getting very far on in LA.
Okay. Scooch all the way over here.
All right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
because they want to
When
see
was the
you.
last time I saw y'all? When was the last time I was here? Have I been here since Oscars or not? I don't remember.
That was
Yes,
January,
that was
wasn't it?
January.
Well, if it's January, then Oscars was in February. So,
I think it was after the Oscars. Yeah.
I just know it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. So you started June 1st,
Yes.
and you've been working on a book also?
Yeah, I've been attempting to work on that for a while, but it's all the death row reporting is so slow because it's just so hard to communicate as a reporter. I have more limited visiting rules than your average random person, and that makes it difficult. But yeah, I've since I've been back, I have actually mostly just been stuck on a lot of flood coverage. I know so much about river authorities, in case you're wondering.
You've been doing flood?
Yeah, from the stuff in Kerrville.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been looking into why they didn't have an alert system in place. They had considered getting sirens, and like flood sirens, and chose not to because they didn't want to spend money on something that they perceived as just mainly helping out-of-towners who didn't like know other people to call them and be like, hey, the water's getting high. So yeah, we've just been digging into the grants that they applied for and did or didn't get, and why they didn't get them, and why they chose not to have a better alert system in place, and thus lots of people died. This is, not, covering floods is not my first love, I will say.
Right. Yeah,
It feels very far from criminal justice. I was like, I don't know anything about flood control. If a jail flooded, I know how to cover that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I was like, when there's no criminal justice nexus, I have no idea what I'm doing.
So I know I saw the article come out about the
group wreck.
The group wreck.
Yes, I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I was so glad to finally have a home for that story. So yeah, I don't know if the guys on the row have seen that yet, but I need to send some of them the text of it. But yes, I finally wrote a story about there being group rec for a small number of guys on death row. It started a little over a year ago, and so I had talked to a few of the guys over the course of this, and some of the things I mean, obviously I spend a lot of time thinking about prisons and solitary and prison conditions, and there were still some things that they said that I hadn't really fully thought through. Like when I talked to Rudy Madrano, he had said that the first time he came out, he couldn't figure out what to do with his hands when he was walking because he hadn't been out of a cell, just walking with his hands free in so long. And I mean, I was like, that, first of all, that's the lead of a story, because that's such a crazy detail to people that don't think about this a lot. To have been not walking freely for so long that you don't remember if your hands go behind you, or you cross them in front of you, or put them on a railing. And I think there was a lot of other details in some of the things that these guys said that I guess I could have thought through, but I just hadn't happened to ask them over the years. And so it was an interesting story to write. It was nice to write something about the guys on the road that was slightly less depressing than usual.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, of course, if I obviously don't read the comments on stories, I saw the Instagram comments when the Chronicle posted the story on Instagram, and I was like, if you ever think that people are decent, just read the comments online, and you just lose faith in humanity every time.
Every single time. It's ridiculous.
But I was not having it. I fought with a whole bunch of people. I spent hours fighting with people on the internet over this.
See, that's why we like you.
Well, it's funny, actually, because so many reporters don't do it, that whenever I wade into the comments, people are, usually like, oh, respect, you're coming down here to fight with us. Okay.
You're coming down here to fight.
Well, and at the LA Times, the former sheriff hated me so much, and he would leave hundreds of words of comment on stories that I would write. I think I ruined his Christmas morning because he didn't like a story and spent all of Christmas morning leaving hate comments on the LA Times website. But I would,
The sheriff?
The former sheriff. He had been voted out because... he's such a mess. He got voted out for a number of reasons, and then I wrote a story that he'd been put on a do not rehire list for discriminating against and harassing 2 county employees. And he got mad that I wrote that story and implied that somebody had wrongly leaked me the information, which was actually public record. And then he sued the county for $24 million or $25 million. But here's my favorite part of this story. I know this is very far afield from what we normally talk about, but so when he sued, he had to say that he'd been emotionally harmed in order to get any money out of it. And so he and the county both hired psychiatrists to evaluate him and say that he was emotionally distressed. And the one that the county hired said that he's not emotionally distressed, but is in fact possibly a white-collar psychopath. And there was this long psych eval, which included, as examples, some of the instances of him harassing me over the years. But yes, I would weigh into the comments when he would spout off, and people were often surprised that a reporter would come tussle in the comments. So I will definitely do that if I have strong feelings about a story.
I I love that. I actually, that's phenomenal. Now, are you planning to do anything about the food again?
So, I mean, the last time when I did that, I obviously, part of the reason that story worked was because there was people with contraband phones that were sending me images. My sense of it is that there seems to be, or some of those units seem to have fewer contraband phones than they did. Not that they aren't there, but like, there seems to be a little fewer of them, at least in some places. And, some of the folks that I was in contact with before haven't had them in a while. So, I mean, I think for a story about bad food to be compelling, like, people need to see it,
Absolutely, yeah.
So, I mean, as of now, I'm not going to, unless I get something new or, if I start getting a whole bunch more pictures. But I would imagine if, like, I don't know, if I'd, like, got a public records request of emails and find, staff saying horrible, damning things about their intentions in, like, purposely serving people bad food or something like that. Like, then that would be a story and I wouldn't need photos. But I think I've written about it so much, I need something that would advance the story for that to make sense to revisit.
Okay, and how long ago was that you wrote that one?
I mean, the first one I wrote was probably 2020, maybe 21, because it was during the pandemic lockdowns. They were getting all the
Okay.
Johnnies, and that's why I wrote it. Oh, 2020, because then I wrote it again in 2021 during the freeze, when they got
okay.
really bad food then. And then I did a follow-up in, like, maybe 2022, maybe 23, at which point TDC was saying that they were, making better food part of their 2030 goals. So
Yeah, that's what they've said. But across the board, it's the pretty much, when you hear it from all these different
Right.
units, and it's the same. The food laundry director, he I think got hired after you did the stories, but it's still the same. And people are finding razor blades in their food, and
Ooh,
this is
that's new.
Yeah, these are at several different units. They're finding razor blades. So it's not like, people are saying that from one unit.
Like, how does that happen? I mean, I don't, rhetorical question, but
yeah.
WTF. since I successfully managed to not swear there, I'll just say WTF.
Yeah. And David appreciates that, right?
I'm so proud of
I
myself.
like FAFO myself.
I'm so proud of myself. It's so hard for me to remember to not swear for like an entire 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long way up to the dump button,
Yeah. You can't reach it. Every once in a while, Gloria well, Gloria.
Last time I had to use my cane.
Yeah, he reached hit the dump. Well, so what else do you have going on?
I was kind of looking at, I don't know if y'all saw, there was a study, and I think I tweeted it at the time, about identity theft targeting people in prison. Yeah. So I've been in touch with the people that did that study and was trying to get more data to do a broader look at that. I think that one had only focused on death row, maybe.
Yes.
And I was trying to do more broadly. So they're doing some data on their end, and then, we'll talk about what those results actually mean. I'm ideally, I would like to find some of the people in prison who are victims of this, but I think in a lot of cases they wouldn't know. So,
Well, I think some of them knew because of
Some of them
the,
know. I
the
also-
WIN unit.
yeah, I also think that some of them, though, like, it's intentional in that it's like family members doing things in their name, and they probably know, but when, like, if you look at the data and who is setting up accounts with what addresses and stuff, then somebody analyzing it would look at that and think that's identity theft. Because the people I was talking to said that a lot of these appear to be friends and family, and I was like thinking to myself, I wonder if, is that really identity theft? It could be. Like, you just,
Yeah.
without knowing the interpersonal dynamics, you don't know. The ones that interest me more are where it's actual, like, intentionally criminal identity theft rings that are targeting people they don't know or, have just read about or something. And, in that sense, people that are doing long sentences are a really good target because they're not going to be out on the internet, checking things.
Well, have you been on the troll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he had a couple of employees, a Region 1 employee and his wife at the WIN unit, stealing information from the Securus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that one. Okay, I'll go back and find that. How long ago was that?
It wasn't that long ago, just a month maybe.
I got data on how many staff arrests there, or how many, all the OIG arrests over the past 5 years, because I was like, I feel like there are more people getting arrested. I don't know if it's just because we're seeing more of them because Troll does such a good job.
Maybe, but I do know there's a new Inspector General, Mr. Coleman. And,
that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and he has really, he helped us out protesting, but he also, lets me know, because of the prison show, lets me know he's cracking down.
Nice.
Which is good. So tell us about the book again.
I think I've talked about it here before. I'm trying to make that D&D story into a book. I've run into some issues because, I think, aside from just basic access issues, I can only do visits with someone every 90 days, and that is not, like an hour every 90 days is not adequate for book reporting.
1 hour every 90 days?
Yeah, for reporters, yes. That's the rule. Like, for any one individual person, I can only see them once every 90 days. I could go every week and see different people, but I can only see any given person once every 90 days. It makes me so deeply jealous when I talk to reporters who covered or wrote books about TDC or The Row, like, decades ago. Like, Beverly Lowry had written about Carla Faye Tucker, and she was going in and spending whole days with, like, just on the unit with her. And I was like, that's wild. You know how much better reporting I would be able to do? I've never wanted to. That's a weird thing to say, so I've never wanted to be in a prison. What am I saying?
You're asking to be in one the whole day.
I know, right?
So if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how would they do it? Where would they write?
I would say write to me at the Chronicle, which the address is 4747 Southwest Freeway, Houston, Texas 77027. Wow, I've said that so many times on this show. I remember that from like 6 years ago.
Yeah, 6 years ago, yeah. I think, and as a matter of fact, I think David has a bunch of letters for you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I can't walk, but she can if she wants to come after her interview.
yeah.
Just open the door and grab
Sure, I'll
them.
come in and get them. Yeah. Great. Excellent.
Yeah, he's been keeping them here for you. So, and which is also something else they could write to her via the prison show, and we can.
Oh yeah, totally. That's great too. That also works. Yeah.
So we're happy that you are back in Texas, and you will be at the prison show on a regular basis. I
Sure,
hope.
of course.
Absolutely, that works. And I know my friend makes fun of me because I say absolutely. So I'm going to look directly at the camera and say it again. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Keri. We appreciate you coming in.
Good seeing you.
All right, now let me get we have Dion Garcia. He is in the house. I think. Where I can't see him. Here he comes. And Israel.
Yes.
Y'all come on up. Okay, so Dion Garcia is the CEO, A1 Music Empire, Street Management, Empire Radio, and returning citizen.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes, sir. What the? I don't resemble a man.
WTF.
You scared me earlier when you said you.
Hey, that's what that other guy said too, right?
About that troll, and I was like, I don't want to. You scared me that time. So.
About what?
That when we came in,
The troll?
I was like, I'm 50, and you were like, I'm 50 something, but I'm still. Fine.
Oh.
I was like, I don't want no trouble.
We don't want no trouble.
No, trust me. That was a joke. So what do you have for us tonight? Let's get that mic on. No, you got to move this way. Here we go. How's that, David?
I gotta wait for the camera to catch up. Remember, we're behind time.
Oh, okay. So what do you have for us tonight? Tell us what's going on.
What's going on is we started Wrap It Up Radio not too long ago. Me and Israel Martinez, been a long-time friend and also business partner, and we just started a TV show, Wrap It Up TV as well. We have about 2 million viewers on Roku, just Roku alone. That's not including Amazon Prime and Apple TV and stuff like that, or YouTube.
But it's on Roku.
Yes.
Okay. And
Under Afro Vibes TV Network.
Afro
Vibes
TV Network.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So what is your program about?
We have two shows. Two Trip for the Spill is about real life topics, real situations. It could be about mental health, depression, PTSD, stuff like the real situations. And we also have the Wrap It Up TV, where we just interview artists, business owners, anybody. You could be a mother. You don't have to be famous to be on our show.
Does it focus on the incarcerated or previously incarcerated?
We touch on subjects of incarceration. It's a worldwide subjects that we have, topics,
So how long have you been out?
Going on 10 years.
10 years. And Israel, how long have you been
11
out?
years in February.
Well, congratulations to both of y'all. And y'all formed this company
Yes.
after you got out?
Yes.
And what else do you do with the company?
Besides the company, I have a record label, One Music Empire. My son is my artist, A-Real. Street Ties Management, I manage him and a couple other artists. But I put them on different platforms like shows, walkthroughs, meet and greets, stuff like that, just to bring them out, closer
What's
to.
a walkthrough?
Like just to, like appearance, have an appearance. That's what it's walkthrough.
Like when a
is.
person shows up to an event.
Oh, okay. Okay. And what kind of events would they show up at?
It could be anything. It could be a concert. It could be a pop-up. It could be a community event. It could be anything. No event to me is big or small.
Okay. So what else? How long is your show? Is it like an hour broadcast?
It's 30-minute broadcast.
30-minute
broadcast.
And you just deal with tons of different topics. Do you talk about when you were in prison, either one of you?
Oh, we have. We gave our testimony. He also gave his testimony on one of our episodes, where we came from. We gave him a background of we were in the streets for a long time, doing, stuff. We were young, and we grew up, and we just decided to change our lives and show the community that we're trying to inspire people. Because I got a saying: if I could do it, you could do it. Matter of fact, you could do it better than me because I had setbacks and you don't. So there's no excuse saying, "No, I want to do radio, I want to do TV." If I could do it, you could do it. Yeah. That's the model we try to go by. We try to inspire people that want to do this.
I definitely gave my testimony to people like in the neighborhood I was from, and now there's people that are there's a guys that pastor now from it. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing what I did, where I was with him. You know what I'm saying? And then where I moved on to. Finding Jesus is what helped me. You know what I'm saying? Once I went through all that, man, it helped me out a lot.
So, can the men and women behind the bars get your station?
Yes, they have a tablet, so they could just. I guess we're on YouTube.
I don't think they have. I don't think they have YouTube.
Yeah, but
certain podcasts you can get approved to be on. They do have a podcast channel, but you actually have to be approved by TDC to be on there.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of difficult because Jay Dan Gum, he said he's on Edovo and he's on the podcast because for a while he couldn't get on the podcast station, and then they opened it back up. So it's just kind of difficult.
So, and I'm not familiar with how they would go about getting on the podcast. They just reach out to.
There's a lady. It's a TDCJ info department, and I think her name is Stephanie. And J Dan Gum told me he was going to introduce me, but it's not until like September. So they're going to open it back up in September. So in September, I guess they'll take applications, and he said that it's free as long as you get approved. I mean, they're going to have to screen your show and make sure that it's not, goes against security or whatever. So no gang signs, no all that stuff.
Yeah.
And no tango blasting.
We're not tango blasting.
They're like, no.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
You just singled us out, right?
I mean, that's a problem because, like, we get screened. I submit our show every week, and it gets screened. And so if they think that there's anything on there, they'll cut it.
Wow.
And we pay good money to get on the show. to get on to upload on Edovo. I don't want anything cut. And we had some shows that were actually cut, and it was disappointing. But at the same time, some part of me gets it and part of me doesn't. I mean, part of me thinks it's our right. We can say what we want, but at the same time, it is their prison. So
It's
they
their
make
house.
the rules.
People found out we were coming on, and they were like, damage control. They were saying, y'all going on damage control and stuff like that. I was like, I don't really know too much about the...
Skylar Dawn Damage Control, that's
the
after
prison
us.
show.
Yeah, that's after us, and it's a rap show. DJ Chill and Skylar Dawn. Skylar Dawn did the show before us, but it's different. She plays different music there. But Damage Control is all about hip-hop and rap and that kind of...
Yeah, so I think you have to get screened because you can't do no cussing, right? Like
Yeah,
stuff like
No.
that.
we got. You can't say the 7 deadlies. That's why we were talking a while ago joking about my dump button. You guys say the wrong thing, I got to hit the dump button. We can get a $20,000 fine if you say a curse word.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, Lord.
And yeah.
So we don't need that. I don't have 20 grand.
I don't think any of us in here has 20 grand.
Yeah.
No. So do y'all go inside the prisons and talk, or?
Well, I haven't. I have a friend that's been incarcerated for 30 years named Sambo. He has a outright ministry. I guess he goes back to the prison and he gives testimony, and he I guess he has a day where he has he gives them hygiene and stuff. But he goes back and gives back. His name is Samuel Gerardo.
Yeah,
He's been-
Sambo's been on the show. I married his mama, believe it or not.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was incarcerated with his brother on the Hondo unit.
okay.
So, but Sambo's been here, and he's really involved with the Cohen law firm. He goes in.
Oh.
He works for the mayor now. He goes down, and actually, I don't want to tell tales out of school, as they say, but Sambo was Tongo Blast, and then he gave his life to the Lord. Everything changed, and so now he's going for the mayor. And he goes into all the gangs and all that stuff, and he tells them all about Jesus and tells them how they can straighten up their life and get on the right track. All the effort that you put into gang banging, you can put into making it out here, and you can actually have a successful business, like Anthony Sanchez. Anthony was over here last week telling us that he was Tongo Blast. But now he's, I don't know how many thousands of dollars he's making a year right now.
Yeah. He's making good money now.
Doing the right thing.
He's married.
Well, he hasn't got married yet. They've asked me about it. I'm the one that's supposed to do
He's
that.
having a baby.
Yeah, they're having a baby.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's ready. But I told him, you got to make an honest woman out of her. I mean, you got to step up. You got to step up the plate and tell everybody you're the wife. That's your wife. Well, let's do it.
Well, he did. He told me that was his wife.
Well,
That's why I said that's his wife.
they just need to get the paperwork done. That's all.
Yeah, and that, yeah. Well, he was in last week, and he is an incredible speaker. He's an incredible speaker, and he's making a really good name for himself, especially with the college, the men and women.
Northwest Education Center.
That's right, Northwest Educational Center. I forgot how many certifications you can get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful if you can come out of prison and go to school and then get a job and get up on your feet, and you don't have to worry about all that struggling. And it's all with grants. You don't have to pay nothing.
So how did y'all start your station or your show?
We started at another station, Texas 101 Jams. They gave me a show there, and I started bringing a lot of these artists to interview, like Little Flip, Fifth Ward Boys, Keri, kind of famous people in Houston. And Israel, we started the record label together, but he had some health issues, so he kind of, while he was taking a break, I was doing radio, doing shows, and once he was able to come back, I brought him back, and we started doing the show together. But the station gave us a start, and they went out of business, and we started to do our own radio.
Mm-hmm.
You remember K Reno, don't you?
Oh, I remember Keri now.
K Reno used to be on after us.
Yeah, when we
at
were
KPFT, when there was over at Love It.
Love It. Yeah. He came with the crowd.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, and definitely.
Yeah.
So are most of the rappers that are on your show, are they like K-Reno, or are they Christian, or are they a mixture? Or?
A mixture.
Yeah.
But I don't have no. I'm not too big on status. If you have a gift, and I'm gonna put you on. If I feel like you're for real about it, I'm gonna give you a chance. I don't care if you're a big, small, big time artist.
Doing it
small
one
times.
day or 100 days.
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna.
Do you
we're
keep
gonna
up with Tim Snow on the Texas prison stories?
Yeah, Tim Snow. We keep up
Did you
with
see
him.
that dude he had on there yesterday? He just the first day out of prison, and he was rapping for Tim. I mean, that dude he's really getting it.
Yeah, I think that was it P100 from
Yeah,
Austin.
that's it. That's exactly who it was.
P100 from Austin.
Yep.
It was on yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I saw that. It was good though, and the dude was really going.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was Tango Blast. You could tell by his lyrics, but still, he was good at what he was doing.
Dang.
He's stuck on that tongue over there.
Stuck over there.
I know.
I've done 15 flat. I mean, I've been there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, we know the Taco Blast very well.
I'm not hung up on it. I think it's just a widely known thing if you do any kind of time.
And it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
In prison and out.
Yes. It wasn't supposed to be an out thing. It was supposed to just be an in thing.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
over
supposed to
the
be like
years,
a
it just-
union of a bunch of different gangs, right?
right,
Yeah,
sort of.
sort of. It didn't become that way. Anyway,
So if somebody wanted, and they're incarcerated, wants to reach out to you two, where can they write?
They could write Dion Garcia, 9465 Clearwood Drive, Unit A14, Houston, Texas, 77075.
Okay, repeat it one more time just to make sure everybody got it.
9465 Clearwood Drive, Unit A14, Houston, Texas, 77075.
All right. Well, we thank y'all for being here.
We thank y'all for having us.
And thank you for all the help that you've given since you got here. Because we've been asking y'all all night.
Yeah. Before we leave, I just want to say one thing to anybody that's watching. Don't let nobody shatter your dream. I don't care how old you are. If you have a dream, and as long as you got life, you have a chance. People would say, I never thought I would be doing radio, TV, or been in a few movies. I never thought in life that this was possible. I was shot 13 times. I died twice. So me being here with y'all is a blessing. I fought for my life. I was under investigation for murder since I was 12. So this chance that I have, when they tell you can't do it, I'm living testimony that you could do it. Don't ever give up. Stay positive. Keep going. And don't believe social media and these young rappers out there. Don't follow them, because it's all destruction. They're giving these kids a lot of this money, and they don't know how control it. And they so don't let social media fool you or whatever. Real life situations, being a man is taking care of your family, providing for your family. That's being a real man. So that's what I want to leave with.
Yeah. Shout out to the Fed babes.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody locked up. Keep your head up and stay strong.
Well, thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you for
And
having
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
y'all have a great night.
You too as well.
All right. Now we have Mr. Abe. Abe is on line 1. Hey, Abe.
Well, good evening, everybody, and thanks for having me. And what a great show tonight with Tangi and Keri and Dion. Amen, Dion. Your message about following your dreams, so important. So I hope everybody's doing okay, and I hope people are staying cool in the prisons. I can't even imagine, and I'm so grateful also for that. The peace, whatever it is, that thing is that they're doing tomorrow, and that Tangi's doing to help people understand the heat, because I just can't even imagine it. And it's just prayers for everybody that somehow you can find some relief. Do you want to start tonight with some good news of sorts? And that is that Kentucky Governor Andrew Beshear it's come out that has declined to set what would have been the first execution dates in Kentucky in 2008, since 2008. And it would have been the easy thing to do because this guy in particular was convicted of killing a police officer. And that's who they're always anxious to execute cop killers. And the governor in Kentucky has declined to set that date. And I don't know too much more about the details of that. I just saw that Austin Surratt had published something in Slate today about that, and I think it's really it's a leadership move, and we have to applaud that. The Kentucky is one of 10 states that hasn't had an execution in over 10 years. The others are California, Idaho, Kansas, Montana, Nevada, North Carolina, Oregon, Pennsylvania, and Wyoming. These are states that have the death penalty and have not had an execution over 10 years. And, of course, that turns us to the space where executions are happening. And there's a couple of bits in particular, bad news to lead off with before we talk about the executions that have just happened or are upcoming. One is just a sad report that among the many groups that are suffering because of the Trump administration's pulling back grants that were provided to all kinds of organizations to do violence prevention work and to help build bridges between communities and police and help police be better about policing in communities and victim service organizations. All of these grants that were funded by the Department of Justice have been rescinded. And that includes an organization called Equal Justice USA, which I want to shout out to because they have been instrumental in a number of the victories that the movement to abolish the death penalty have had in terms of providing on-the-ground support to the state where the people doing the work in the states. And I've been just proud to stand with them and to be in partnership with them over the years. And, about 3 months ago, they cut 20% of their staff, including their death penalty staff. And they held on to 2 people that still have death penalty as part of their work. And now, as of earlier this week, they've declared that they're just shutting the whole thing down. They have not survived. And that's another 30-some people that are losing their jobs who are doing work in the criminal justice reform and violence prevention and bettering things in communities. And that's just one organization. Hundreds have lost a lot of funding, and it's just a sad thing, another sad commentary of the direction that this country is going in under the current administration. Another awful note to note is that a judge set a new execution date for Robert Robertson in Texas. That's October 16th. You might recall that he, just a year ago on October 17th, was actually a couple of hours past his execution time. Danny, y'all remember when we were all watching and you were outside the prison and we were waiting for them to for something to happen, and a stay was granted not by the criminal courts but by the Texas State Supreme Court, which doesn't typically do criminal appeals. But the legislature, some Texas state legislators, had sued to get the execution put off so that Robert Robertson could talk about the failure of enacting legislation that would allow a person to raise if the science that was used to convict you has changed, then you should be able to raise that in your appeals and get a new hearing on what was used to convict you. And the interesting thing is that earlier that week that Robert Robertson was supposed to be executed, another prisoner with very similar circumstances but not on death row got relief from the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, and Robert Robertson didn't, and he was set to be executed. And it was this novel approach of suing so that the prisoner could come and testify about this legislation. That's what they had, why the legislators had done that, and they were successful. And unfortunately now, Ken Paxton and Greg Abbott want to see him executed, and there's still, the Innocence Project and his attorneys are making the argument that there was no crime. It's kind of like Melissa Lucio. No crime occurred. This was they said it was shaken baby. It was not. He had, the bottom line is that he didn't take the kid to the hospital soon enough. I don't even know all the details. You can find it in our petition or at the Innocence Project. But the bottom line is that execution has been set again, and hopefully there's still an appeal at the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals to raise asking to be allowed to bring new evidence that still has been discovered, and we'll see what happens. So Robert Robertson, shout out to you, and hopefully something will happen to prevent your execution, and many people are keeping you and everybody else on death row in their prayers. So heads up on that. So backing up, last week we saw the execution of Michael Bell in Florida, and with that execution, we are now in a record-setting year in Florida, just in terms of the number of executions within a calendar year in that state, but also we're now on track to be in a backwards movement in terms of the numbers of executions. We have, last year, in all of 2024, we had 25 executions across the country. Here we are halfway through the year, and this was the 26th execution. And we are on track for at least 36 executions, possibly more than 40. And if we get to more than 40, you have to go all the way back to 2012 before we had a year where there were more than 40 executions. And this is kind of an outlier because it's just things are getting worse, and in the way they are because states are executing more, but actually death sentences are still in decline, and very low numbers of new death sentences, very low numbers of new capital indictments. But what's happening is we're catching up with the cases that people have been on death row for 20, 30, even 40 years, and states that haven't executed in a long time because they couldn't get the drugs or didn't have the wherewithal now are doing so. So what we have is, so that just happened with Michael Bell, and of course, among the other issues in his case, he was one of 30 people who, as a youth, was put into an institution called the Dozier School for Boys. And 30, and this was a very abusive space. People were raped and put into fight scenarios where the guards, or the employees, were betting on who would prevail. And it was just an awful place to be detained. People died while they were there, and many of who survived ended up on death row. 30 people who went to that school ended up on death row, and this was the second execution in as many years of somebody who survived being in that youth school. And surprisingly, of course, last year also Governor DeSantis in Florida signed a bill granting compensation to people who had suffered through that. So on one hand, he's granting compensation, recognizing the awful things that happened there, and on the other hand, he's signing death warrants for people who suffered through that, and then as part of the trauma of what they experienced, ended up down a path of violence and committing murder that got them on death row. So that's just another heads up. And just today, Governor DeSantis signed a new death warrant for yet another person in Florida. That will be the 10th execution in Florida in this year, and each time he adds another one, will add to the record. There's not been in the current death penalty era this many executions in the same year in Florida. And it will be hard pressed to catch up to Texas, but that's what he's trying to do, it would seem. In any case, the next execution in the United States, also in Florida, Ed Zakowski. This is another veteran, be the third veteran executed. Remember, about 10% of the people on death rows in this country are veterans, and his will be the 9th execution in Florida. And one of the key issues in that case, and there's numerous issues, one of the key issues is that he had a jury vote of 7-5, so barely a majority. And even under current Florida law, it hasn't always been this way, but if you'll recall, after the jury declined a sentence to death of Parkland shooter, 3 jurors refused to to sentence him to death, they changed the law. So now you can be sentenced to death in Florida on a vote of 8-4. That's the current law. And yet here they are set to execute somebody who had his jury voted 7-5. So, you know, there's people that want to not see him executed and who are part of the system. And anyway, that's the next person. And then following that, we have yet another wheelchair execution, a guy that's in seriously bad physical shape, Byron Black in Tennessee. The hearing that was held in this case just this past Monday had nothing to do with his culpability. He's also got intellectual disability and among his issues. But the question is, how are they going to turn off the pacemaker that is in his chest that shocks his heart into rhythm when it starts to go out of rhythm, or whatever it is that does? How are they going to turn that off so when the brain sends the signals that he is dying, that it doesn't keep shocking him on his way to death? You know, that's the question, because obviously only a physician can do that work, and physicians are precluded from participating in execution. So we're still waiting for a ruling in that case. We're going to see where that goes. On top of Byron Black, or rather I should say beyond that, and I know we're running out of my time, but I'm just going to say we've got, then another guy, Ralph Menzies, is next scheduled to be shot to death in Utah. And this will be Utah's second execution in a year. And last year they had their first one since 2010. But with Ralph Menzies, again, here's a person who doesn't understand why he's being executed because of his dementia. On top of that, he also is on oxygen in a wheelchair. Do we need to execute people like this? Alabama has 2 gas suffocation executions. Indiana's got another one on the schedule. Missouri has another one on the schedule. Tennessee has yet another one beyond Byron Black. And then we are anticipating at least 5 execution dates are being sought in Louisiana to take place this year. So that's the path that we're on. And it's a dangerous path. I invite people to just go to deathpenaltyaction.org. That's where you can find a petition in every one of these cases. By the way, we're also expecting another case of a guy in Oklahoma executing a person who did not commit the crime, another law parties kind of case. Too much of that happening. So deathpenaltyaction.org is where the petitions are that you can sign and get involved. And of course, shout out to Melissa Lucia. We're still checking every Wednesday morning, waiting for the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals to affirm the judge who sentenced you to death and the prosecutor both saying, release her, vacate that sentence and let her go. There was no crime, and we're still waiting for that ruling. So shout out to you, Melissa, and to everybody else in the prisons. Write to us at P.O. Box 89. That's Death Penalty Action, P.O. Box 89, Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York, 12075. I've got a few new letters in my hands. I'm going to be writing back to folks. So thank you for writing to us. And again, P.O. Box 89, Ghent, G-H-E-N-T, New York, 12075. Everybody stay cool. And thanks, David and Danny and everybody there for having me on the show again.
Well, thank you, Abe.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas, obtain parole, and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
All right. Let's get to the best part of the show, the shout-outs. Let's get to Michael first. Hey, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. Wanted to give a shout-out to my friend Frederick Young. He's being held in Indiana. He was in for 18 years for something he's maintained his innocence on. And now, since he got released about 6 years ago, this is his third time being brought back in on trumped-up violations. He's been in for 10 months this time. He's hoping to get out next month. But it's just, I've looked at the cases he had. The previous 2 times they put him in, they had to let him back out. But it didn't change the fact that he spent an extra 2 years in prison that he shouldn't have. You know, and now it's getting close to 3 years.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you calling, Michael. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he let me know about your show, and I guess he was a big fan of Mr. Hill as well. I sent you guys a message about him, a little bit more detail about him, so maybe you'll look at that next couple of days. I just sent it off a few hours ago.
Okay.
Your website there.
We sure will. We'll
check it out when I get home.
All right.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
so much.
Michael. And tell him we said hello.
Will do. He might be listening.
Oh, okay, great.
He's the one who told me about the show.
Well, thank you so much. You have a great
You're
weekend.
welcome. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's get to Renee on line 3. Hey, Renee. Hold on, Renee. Hang on. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, Renee.
Hi. Thanks for having me on the show. This is just a quick shout out to 2 people. One is to my love. I just want to this is your name, and I'm here sending you all my love, strength, and prayers. I'm holding you down on the outside while God holds you up on the inside. Remember, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Victory is ours, and I'm yours always. Stay strong, Paul Sanchez. And a shout out to his son, Ashton Sanchez, at the Garza West unit. Keep your head up, young king. You come from greatness, so walk like it, think like it, and know it. Your time is coming. Stay focused and stay solid. Nene. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you, Renee. I hope you have a great weekend, and thank you for calling.
Yes, thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I didn't want to be corny, but I was going to try and whip and then nay.
What? That is kind of corny there.
Can you whip and can you nay?
All right. How about we get to Amy? Hey. Oh. No, Amy. No, Amy. All right. Let's get to... I guess the phone's going crazy. Let's get to Lydia. Hey, Lydia.
Hey, hi. How are you, Danny?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm getting ready for my trip to Houston tomorrow. I'm going to go see Beto tomorrow. So we're going to leave early in the morning.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, good. We'll get to see you.
Oh, you're going to be there? Okay. We'll get to see you then.
Yeah, I don't see you on Saturdays too often.
No, but one of my sisters is traveling up there for a birthday for her granddaughter, and I'm going to go with her. She's driving alone. So I'm going to go up, and we're going to go and see Beto. So we'll see you there tomorrow, God willing. And it's my son's birthday, so I want to wish him a happy birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It'll be on Thursday. Yeah. So I want to wish Beto happy birthday, and I know the guys will do something there for him. They're always doing something.
Yes.
Right?
They're always an excuse to make some food.
Make some food, right?
Yeah.
I think that's about all we do is just make food and eat. Yeah. Yeah, but I want to send my saludos also to the guys, to Big Will, to Eric, to Blaine, to Ruben, Artie, Roderick, Mark, Harvey. Am I forgetting somebody?
I don't.
I always forget somebody. Blaine I know Jeff Pribble, I don't think he hears the show anymore. But anyway, send my greetings your way. And just to tell you guys to keep your head up. Okay? And we're going to be leaving at 6 o'clock, so it won't be that early tomorrow, mijo. So give me a buzz. You said you would call me later on during the day. But we should be at Amanda's probably, I'd say 11, because she lives on the other side of Houston now, so it'll be closer this way. Okay? Bueno, I love you and I miss you, and keep your head up. And just sending a great big birthday hug, puppy. Okay, we'll see you there tomorrow, Danny. Is Linda going to be there?
She sure will. Yep.
She sure will.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen you all for a long time now. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been going on Saturdays.
Okay. I hardly ever go on Saturdays, but yeah, like I said, my sister's going, so I'm gonna go up with her. Okay. You guys take care. Drive home safely.
And you drive here safely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. All right, let's get to Amy. I think she called back. Hey, Amy. Amy?
Hello? Yes.
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead.
I just wanted to give a shout to my husband, Gmo, in Robertson Unit, G5 lockdown. I just wanted to extend my love and my admiration for you. And I wanted to tell you that I love you and miss you. I can't wait for you to come home in October, getting everything ready for you to get here. Finally, we'll be free after 4 years.
Well, that's exciting.
Yes, it is. Ready to start the whole new life all over.
Well, congratulations to both of you. And we wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thank you.
All right. You have a great weekend. Okay. Let's get to Cinnamon Bun.
Hey babe, just wanted you to understand how much I love you for being here again tonight. You know you're my one and only, right? I'm so looking forward to seeing you tea. I can't wait. Please stay strong and be safe. As for myself, well, I have my bleeding syndrome, as I call it, full of anxiety and fear. Oh well, I'm going to see you, so I'm going to overcome this in a way or another. Thank you, Prison Show, for making this happen.
Thank you, Cinnamon Bun. All right. Let's go to Diamond.
Jamal Ferguson and the Beetle Unit, I love you. And we're still here waiting on you and praying for you.
She's always short and sweet.
She don't beat around the bush.
No. But she loves you. She loves you. All right, let's get to Caitlin.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza in Polunsky. Hola, Beto, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, and that you are smiling. As for me, yeah, all is good. At the moment, I'm here with Daytona, and she is getting belly rubs, and yeah, she is happy. I am going out to work in a bit. Yeah, so it's the first day back since I hurt my wrist. So yeah, I'm looking forward to actually getting back to normality. And yeah, I really miss the people at work too, because they're such sweeties. Other than that, yeah, all is good. I was up with Buddy yesterday, and Buddy is doing good. He says howdy. And yeah, the weather here now, at the moment, it is raining, but who knows what the rest of the day will bring. Because, yeah, as our weather has kind of been bipolar, it could be like really super sunny in the next few minutes. Other than that, yeah, everything is good. So please know that you're my thoughts and prayers. And to the other guys, Eric, Mark, Blaine, Will, Debo, and Rudy, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. So good night, sweet dreams, and a big see you later. And to everybody at the Prison Show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. Let's get to Skyla on line 1.
Tonight.
Hi, Skyla.
Hey, how are you tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I thought I would call in and give a shout out to all the guys on Lock that are tuned in to you guys.
Go ahead. I know they're going to love it.
Yeah, so shout out to all the units, all of you guys out there. Drink your water. Try to stay as cool as you can. I know it's crazy hot right now out there. And thank you guys for going and seeing the guys on death row. I really appreciate that. I wish I could do that. So shout out to all you guys on death row too.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Skyla.
Thanks for letting me call in.
Well, thank you for calling in. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Okay, you too. Good night.
Good night. Okay, now let's get...
Dion was just asking about her, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Who you want to go to? I interrupted.
Let's go to Liz.
Hi.
Hi, Liz. Go ahead. You're on the air.
I want to do a shout out to my brother Juan Ramos. He sees parole on the 23rd, and we're hoping he makes it home this time around. He's been gone for 6 years. So we're just praying he comes home.
Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed for him also, and hopefully everything will go well this time.
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Good night. Have a great weekend.
You too, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now we have the one, the only Captain Tom on line 1. Hey, Captain Tom.
Feel honored, Danny. Thank you. You're laughing?
Yes, I am. I laugh at everything.
You give me all these flowers and you're laughing at me? Okay.
I am not laughing at you. You know better.
Okay, how's everybody up there?
Doing good. What about you?
Feel a little better. Got bounced around yesterday. I went to the VA and I slipped out of my wheelchair, so I ended up on the floor of the bus. But but the Baytown Fire Department came and got me off the floor and back in my wheelchair, so I'm doing okay. But anyway, just shout outs to all of my incarcerated and homeless veterans. And unfortunately today we have lost 3 sheriff deputies in LA County. So our hearts and prayers go out to families of those deputies who died from an explosion. And so hearts and prayers to all the families that lost their loved ones. And you can also donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-526-5738 and push option number 1 for the donation and option number 2 for your studio. And also you can text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. And also you can become a sustainer. And make sure you donate to the Prison Show. I'm Captain Tom. We'll call in next week, hopefully with a new list. And David, how's your foot healing, man?
It's all right, except it's asleep right now. It'll be okay once I start trying to walk. I won't be able to feel it.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's
therapeutic
boot
you,
on.
okay?
They want me to wear the boot for a few more weeks, and then I start physical therapy. And they actually want me to get in water. I do aqua therapy.
That's good, man. I'm glad you're getting a lot better.
Yeah, I've never done aqua therapy before. I asked Dee Dee if she thought I was going to float or sink.
All right, brother. You all take care up
You
there.
take
Have a
care.
good day.
Glad they got you up off the bus floor, brother.
Yeah, I know, man. It's not fun being bounced around. And, you know, the driver had nothing to do with it. It was the road. You know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's a brand new bus, and you know, it shouldn't be doing all that. But the roads are messed up. I mean, bad. Especially on 225. I mean, this is just crazy.
Yeah, it's really bad up there. Even Highway 10's really bad up there.
Say what?
Highway 10's really bad going over towards your side of town, too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right, y'all take care. Have a good one. Catch you next week.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Tom. All right. Now it is Kaliango.
Good evening to everyone on the prison show. Hope everyone is doing well. It has been a sad week about the execution of Michael Bell in Florida. May he rest in peace, and may Almighty God continue blessing his family to stay strong and peaceful. I want to emphasize that death penalty is a complex issue that affects not only the convicted, but also their families, community, and society as all. It's time for us to reconsider its place in our justice system. The injustice of wrongful conviction. Wrongful convictions are harsh reality of death penalty. Insufficient evidence, coerced confessions, and biased judgment leads to innocent people being sentenced to death. This is not unacceptable. When we sentence someone to death, we take away their chance to prove they are innocent or rehabilitate. Life imprisonment, on the other hand, allows for reflection, rehabilitation, and accountability. Death penalty fails to deter criminal. Death penalty often tattooed as a deterrent to criminal, but the study shows no conclusive evidence that it is more effective more than life imprisonment. Fear to death doesn't necessarily prevent criminals. Many are driven by desperation, passion, or mental health issues. Instead of addressing the root causes of crime, death penalty provides a simplistic solution that neglects the complexities of human behavior, human errors, and flawed justice. Judges and juries and prosecutors can make mistakes leading to irreversible consequences. System flaws such as racial bias, poverty, and inadequate representation contribute to unfair outcomes. Death penalty perpetuates injustice and denies people a second chance, a valid chance. Many people can grow, many can contribute to society with a second life. Rehabilitation programs, restorative justice, life imprisonment provide opportunity for personal growth, forgiveness, and redemption. These are alternative prioritizing healing and reparation, conciliation for victims, offenders, and community. Alternative to death penalty, life imprisonment and restorative justice are more human and effective punishment that allows for reflection, rehabilitation, and accountability, while prioritizing human dignity and human rights. By adopting this alternative, we can create a more compassionate, fair, and effective justice. In my conclusion, death penalty is a flawed system that perpetuates injustice, fails to deter criminals, denies people a second chance. It's time for us to advocate for more compassionate, fair, and effective justice system. Let us join the movement to abolish death penalty and promote a culture of life, dignity, and human rights. Together we can create a more just and a human society. Call to action. I urge all of you to join us in advocating for the abolition of death penalty. Let us work together to promote a culture of life, dignity, and human rights. We can make a difference by supporting organizations that works towards abolishing death penalty and by raising awareness about its injustice. Together we can create a world where every life is valued and respected. I want to send my shout out to my brother Franklin Davis, Robinson Roberts, Lasso Junior Pitti, Melissa Lucio, Abraham Bonowit, to beautiful Mom Linda, Madame Danny, David, Peter, and France. Much love and blessings from Uganda, East Africa.
How sweet. He had a lot going on in there.
Were those crickets in the background?
I don't know.
Yeah, he sent that at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right. Let's get to Mike. Mysterious Mike. Not so mysterious Mike.
You know, Mike had surgery on his foot, and Linda told me he's back home now. So just so everybody knows that Mike's doing okay.
Good.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing the shout-outs for the historic prison show. Here's my shout-outs, the guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Matt Thomas, Edward Reeves, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Aaron Vasquez, Haas, Keith Money. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout-out for Oz. Shout-out for Curtis Robertson. Shout-out for Blaine Milan. Shout-out for Jesse Cortez. Shout-out for Bill R. Sims. Shout-out for Raymond Lee Cart. And a special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman. Hopefully you're doing much better. And you can continue to write to Mysterious Mike and Keri of David Collingsworth. And hope everybody has a great weekend. And now back to the historic prison show. Adios.
And that address to write to Mysterious Mike or anyone here at the prison show is 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas, 77371. Did I get that zip code right, David? I think so, 77371.
Shepherd, America.
Shepherd,
Yep,
America.
77371.
Yep. Okay, got it right. All right, let's get to Kiki now.
Hi, this message is for Rodney Reed at the Plumsky unit. Hey Rodney, it's Kiki. Just calling in real quick to let you know I made it here to Doug safely. Just unpacking right now and getting settled in. Just wanted to call and let you know. I will talk to you tomorrow at noon. My time, 2 p.m. your time. I love you. It was nice talking with you today. Have a great weekend, Rodney, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. There's Haley. Say hi, Haley. Haley says hi too. Have a good night. Love you.
I love kitties. So cute. All right, now we have Elise.
This is a shout out to my baby, DJ. Babe, if you're listening, I love you. And I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to have you home. I love you, baby. Always and forever.
Okay.
Sound like she was in an airplane or something, didn't it?
It did. It did. Yeah.
B-1 bomber.
Oh, God. All right, Linda, you got some shout outs?
Yes. Yes, I do. Okay. Joe Laws, Jason Walker, Joe Chacola, Raymond Becerra, Jeremiah Rodriguez, Tyler Adams in Utah, Robert Robertson. Sorry, Robert, I always call you Robertson, but I know it's Robertson. Robert Satterfield, Robert Solis, Lucky Ward, Ronald Haskell, Gary Green, Franklin Davis, Micah Brown, Jaime Cole, Blaine Milam, Paul DeBow, Marcus Drury, Pete Russell, Will Spear, Kerry Allen, Britt Rukowski, Christopher Turner, Larry Hatton, Bill Sims, Iron Thunderhorse, Chris Cornwell, Alfred Mitchell, Oklahoma State, David Wood, Walter Sorto, Gregory Allen, Curtis Robertson, Midget Titan, Paper Cup, William Owen Sr., Stephen Curry, Charles Thompson, Travis Fletcher, Edward Holland, Dennis Price, Joel White, Talon Carter, Charles C. Bolton, Alex Sparks, Xavier Davis, Joshua Robert Leal in Phoenix, Maryland, DeCam Deal, Boyd Unit, Tyrone Williams, Trinity Morton, Iowa Park, Frederick A. Young, Newcastle, Indiana, Cody Lloyd, Sheldon Washington, Terrell Rogers, Jimmy Harris, Juan Segura, David Duran, Trinity Morton, Percy McGee, Gerald Moody, Felix Lopez, Maurice Willis, Brandon Savarot, Newcastle, Indiana, Serafin Flores, Francisco Gonzalez in Lancaster, California. Boy, we're getting letters from everywhere. Good night, guys. Have a great week.
We are getting letters from everywhere.
It's because we're broadcasting everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. All right, David, go ahead with yours.
Yeah, I'm not. Hold on a minute. I wasn't quite ready. What, are you ready?
No.
All right, well then, I guess everybody had to wait on me.
Well, you can call in your shout-outs at 713-526-5738. Option number 2. Call in your shout-outs. And we do have...
got some open lines.
Yeah, some open lines.
All right, so we've got Akeem McIver, Alexander Orchard, Andrew Westbrook, Ashley Bradshaw, Brian Smith, Charles Booth, Charles Miller, Crystal Minnie, and these guys are all over the place. This is North Carolina and Tennessee, Oregon. Alexander Orchard's up in Oregon. So I just, you guys sometimes holler out where they're at, and I just name their names out. Curtis Henderson, Curtis Otto, Daniel Campbell, Daniel Lipscomb, Daryl Adkins, David Easley, David Saffel, David Weller, Derek Walker, Douglas Stickle, Ireland McKay, Francis Nye, Gustavo Sanchez, Hugo Cusalpa. He hasn't corrected me, so I guess I'm saying it right. Isaac Navarrete, Jaime Quijano Jr., Jamal Fisher, James McElreath, North Carolina, Jaron Reasonover, Jesus Vasquez, John Graves, John Thomas, Jordan Seal, Joseph Bender, Joseph Nimitz, Juan Segura, Kerry Sellers, Colton Caruso, Kyle Trippett, Lamar Sanders, Larry Johnson, Lionel Rogers, Marcus Brown, Maria Pena, Mark Sykes, Marvin Covington, Matthew Hoover, Michael Flores, Michael Johnson, Montana Ruckman, Maury Holloway, Nicholas Smith, Quarry Brumfield, Rashad Eady, Richard Little, Richard Smeal, Gypsy Allman, happy birthday, Gypsy. Roy Forbes, Ryan Kloss, Shabazz Muhammad, Stanley Corbett, Stephen Bartley, Stephen Drayton, Thomas Lanham, Tiffany Cheeks, Travis Walters, Tyler Ship, Victor Gamble, Victor Loya, Walter Woodard, Zachariah Areola, Dennis Price, Rodney Reed, Bill Sims, Pete Sines, Travis Fletcher. Hey, Travis, I did get a letter from you earlier today. I think I saw it in the mailbox, and I got a message from you also. You guys keep your heads up, man. Try, like Keri said earlier, drink lots of water. Use your cooling towels. I noticed that Sendeo Ministries was passing out cooling towels this week. You guys make sure you stay cool, man. Do whatever it takes to. I don't care if you got to waller in the floor like I was talking about earlier. Whatever you got to do, man. Just stay cool. Make it out of there.
All right, let's get to Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hello, Madam Danny, Mama Linda, and Cowboy Dave. It is good to be with each of you and everyone listening together. Here we are on the radio. For once again, my name is Jason Wysong, and I am known as a in-prison reentry mentor. And as it seems, I've become actually quite known for also prison show mentor moment contributor. So a special shout out to everyone who I've met inside at the units that I frequent who have actually approached me and come to me and said, hey, I have heard you on the prison show. So I appreciate everyone, your compliments and your kind words. You could say it definitely does my heart proud to know that the time that I spent writing something that I hope will inspire you to be just a little better tomorrow is appreciated and means something to you. My next shout out, of course, as I always start out with, my Walls Unit Mentor Program. Look forward to seeing you guys in the morning. Shout out to Corey, Wall Street, and the Ferguson Unit Trustee Camp Brothers. Hey guys, well, what can I say other than better late than never, right? I hope all of you enjoyed your graduation meal, and I look forward to visiting with you as well in the morning. Shout out to the Ellis unit, the Kairos group. Hey guys, you may or may not have heard that we are not going to have our fourth Saturday prayer and share and reunion, but instead we're going to see you on August 2nd for a special open house and breakfast as well event. So if you have not been with us for the fourth Saturday Kairos reunions in a while, this event is especially for you. So for my mentor moment segment this evening, and I'm going to begin with a special shout out to none other than Miss Marcy Marie. Miss Marcy. Miss Marcy Marie posted a great ramen soup recipe video that I really enjoyed. Thanks for that, Marcy. Big fan here. So now I know along with that, some of you also like to cook as well. Some of you, wherever you're at, right there in your cell, whatever, that you also like to whip something up. And so for those of you who missed Marcy's video, Marcy and her partner shared a favorite soup recipe. So her soup recipe included items like garlic powder, onion powder, jalapeno, summer sausage, crust chips, hot sauce, ranch, and mayo. So if you think about it, each one of those ingredients represents many different cultures, countries of origin, and backgrounds. When you put all those different ingredients together in your bowl, and you add your hot water, because Lord knows we're all feeling the heat right now, just like that bowl of ramen noodles with many different ingredients mixed together, just like that, we're all in this together on this little planet trying to make it through another day. So as the hot water cooks, the ingredients do the best they can to work with each other and mix and create a flavor. Now, just the same, we also do the best we can with one another. So eventually, when you're cooking, you have your bowl of soup with the many ingredients is going to become something delicious. So all it took to make that wonderful, delicious bowl of ramen is it takes a little bit of this, a little bit of that seasoning, a little bit of that, and this, and some of him and some of her, and that's what it took. It takes all of us. So, and remember that just as you don't want to burn your food, don't burn each other. And I'll leave you with a couple of verses from the good book, starting with, comes out of John 13:34 through 35. It says, "A new commandment I give you, to love one another as I loved you, so you must love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." And lastly, "Do not repay evil for evil, but be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone." And that is Romans 12:17 through 18. Thanks again, everyone, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.
Good night, Jason. All right, let's get to Delia. Hello, Delia.
Hello.
You are on the air.
Okay, thank you. This shout out is for my nephew Raymond Gonzalez at the Ferguson unit. Want to tell you I love you. Can't wait to hear from you Sunday. And for his brother Joe Angel Gonzalez at the Pulaski unit. I hope y'all are well. I will talk to y'all soon. I love y'all. Good night. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Now, before I get to my shout-outs, heads up, I still have not fixed my Securus. So, if you're writing to me, I'm getting them. I can definitely read your messages. And I'm swapping between Linda and Joy, asking them to email y'all back. So, I'm still trying. Securus is telling me they can still help me. Just be patient. That's what they're telling me. So I'm asking you to be patient. But definitely know I am reading your e-messages. And I'm trying to, the big ones I'm trying to hold until I get it fixed. And the smaller ones I'm just asking Linda or Joy to help me. Now I did get an interesting letter from a Mr. Walker over at the Powledge unit, Jason Walker. And he told me about the Securus. People are stealing the Securus information from our credit cards. Or our credit card information from Securus, the employees. And I had mentioned that to Keri. And she wasn't aware of it, but it has been posted on the troll, that information, like I said earlier. And Mr. Walker, we are calling the troll him. Absolutely we are. All right, now let's get to my shout outs. Farron and Blaine. Hey y'all. T, Big Head, Jason Thornburg, Quick, David Hunter, Larry at the Huntsville unit, Britt Rapowski, hey, Rodrigo, Xavier Davis. Hey, Xavier, I'm sorry that we couldn't get in to see you this weekend, but be looking out for us soon. Troy Glover. Hey, Troy. Travis Fletcher and Stephen Drayton. Kenneth Decker. Hey, Kenneth. Eddie at the Wainwright unit. Denise Farmer. Joel White. Jay at the Win unit. Hey, Jay. Leroy, of course, at the Pack unit. Brian Rogers, Russell Rieger, and CJ, none other than CJ. Or is it cornbread? Cornbread? I think that's, yeah, cornbread. That's what I was told. Cornbread. All right. So, Mr. Walker, I will definitely get an e-message out to you when I can. Hopefully it'll be soon because some of these e-messages I want to answer and quick. But I haven't been able to. But keep a lookout. I'll be back soon, hopefully.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back.
So how'd you break your Securus?
Well, oddly enough, I had some issues with my bank account, and when I complained that I had unusual charges, I told them I disputed all of the charges, and in between there, I had, put some money on Securus, and they disputed that too, which I was in a hurry to get everything disputed because, my bank account was. At any rate, I had 3 accounts at Chase. I had to close them all and go to Capital One. Wow. So I'm at a whole different bank now. But Securus is not very forgiving with the disputed charge, even though I explained to them what happened.
They wouldn't let you pay for it?
I have paid for it.
And they're still...
No, they're
got a hold on everything?
Yeah, because their system automatically locks you. So don't dispute anything with Securus if you want to stick with them.
If it needs to be disputed, it needs to be disputed.
Well, yeah, but make sure when you do it,
it's legit.
It's legit. I mean, I didn't mean to. I was just like, oh my God, they're taking my money. But yeah, it is what it is. And I'm trying to, I know someone loves that saying, it is what it is. Ha, I said it. But I'm trying. And
some people use that saying too much, though.
They do.
Like for real or...
For real?
Yeah, I can think of a few others.
I can think of some too.
It's like they get stuck in a loop.
Yes. In a big loop.
Yeah. I was trying to be polite.
Really?
Hey, man, I can do it every now and then.
Every once in a while, David is polite. Every once in a while. All right, let's get to Patty. Patty's on the phone. Patty.
For Humberto at the Polinsky unit. Hey, Beto, just calling to tell you that we'll be there to visit tomorrow, God willing. Your mom's going to come up with me. I'm sure she already called you. Today's Aitana's birthday, so they had a big party for her there at home. And hopefully your mom can send you some pictures of that. And we will take her some gifts tomorrow, God willing, like I said. I hope it's not raining in Houston. I haven't talked to Amanda yet. But anyway, we'll be leaving here about 5:30 in the morning. So we should be there about 10:30, 11. And then we'll go out to see you for the visit. I love you, mijo. I hope you're doing okay. I love you. Good night.
Good night, Patty.
She hung up quick.
Yeah, she did. Hey, David, did you hear about the couple at the Coldplay concert?
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if it made mainstream news, but it's made every other kind of news.
It's been all over the news. It's also been on the Jimmy Kimmel Live show.
Oh, yeah. So, this couple goes to a Coldplay concert, and they have the kiss cam, and well, I don't know. Y'all zoom in. I know y'all can zoom in. So this couple goes to the Coldplay concert, and the kiss cam hits on them. Well, they were like, all lovey-dovey, and then all of a sudden when they realized they were on the kiss cam, they had that look that you just saw on the camera, and they started moving around like one went one way, one went the other, and their friend who was standing near them put her hand up like, I don't know these people. Anyway, yeah, the the gentleman is the CEO of, I can't remember the name of the company. Astronomer? Okay. Yeah. And she is head of...
HR chief.
HR chief, yes. They're married to two different other people. So they were doing the affair, and they got caught on the kiss cam at the Coldplay concert. And the lead singer of Coldplay was like, I don't know if they're shy or if they're cheating. And sure enough, they were cheating. So the man issued a statement today basically apologizing. He's a horrible person. You know, he's going to take some personal time, and then pointed the finger right at Coldplay, saying that this was a intimate moment or a private moment. And Coldplay disrupted it. But it's like, dude, you were cheating on your wife with another woman at a Coldplay concert. Yeah, life doesn't work like that. Anyway, it's been all over everywhere, all over the Facebook. It's been on TikTok all day today, different scenarios. And Linda didn't know who they were. She was like, who is this couple at the concert? Because it's all over it. So anyway, I'm glad to see David heard about it, and me and Marcus here weren't the only ones that.
So did they find out where the guy escaped from?
No, that's another thing. A random guy dressed in white escaped from somewhere, but they don't know where. But it was off.
Well, at least they're not admitting that they know where.
Yeah, that's true. But he was in the vicinity of the Lynchner, Pam Lynchner, in that vicinity. But no one at that.
He said he was on Wilson Road, which is up in Humble.
Yeah, right by the Lynchner.
There's also got the old rehab up there, right? Harris County Rehab, they called it.
Isn't that right next to Lynchner?
Yeah, it's all right there together.
Yeah.
So. And with him wearing white, you think he's coming from Lynchner.
Right, because the other one isn't. I think someone answered that question that they don't wear white.
They wear brown, right? Light brown, tan.
Yeah, it's not white. So, but no one at Lynchner is admitting that he is. But there's a random incarcerated person running down. But they caught him, so by now they know where he came from.
He could have just been a painter, though.
He could have been, yes. Yeah, he could have been a painter. I'm sure he would have been like, I'm just a painter. I didn't. I'm just a painter. All right, we have Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, David? What's up, man?
Man, we all having a good time up in here. Where you at?
Listen, I'm at the house eating some pizza, trying to have a good time.
I see how it is. You didn't bring us none. Domino's is running a special tonight, aren't they?
Man, listen, somebody's running a special. How you doing up there? Everybody good?
Yeah, we're blessed, brother. We had a good show.
That's good, man. Good time. Yeah. I figured I'd probably call a little bit too late tonight, huh?
No, you're all right. You got to 3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes? Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, of course, I'd like to give a shout out to all the incarcerated men and women, letting them know to keep your head up, keep your spirits up. You're listening to a man who had a life sentence, did 8.5 years, made parole, non-aggravated life sentence. And so I want y'all to know that this too shall pass. Stay positive, stay encouraged. I've been home now going on 9 years, and it's a blessing. And I have the hashtag called Prison for What? But you're also speaking to a man who started a parole service, Just Free Parole Package Services, JUSFREE.com, justfree.com, to where we reach back and we help families of incarcerated people and individuals who need help with their parole packages. So if you know anybody, if you're the one who needs help, you can always reach out to us. That's JUSFREE.com, free.com, justfree.com, or 713-306-9620, 713-306-9620. It is a blessing to be home. It is a blessing to have a second chance at life. Again, I encourage everybody to stay positive. I have a chance tomorrow to be the host of a stage play with Jameson Charles, David. I know you're going to be there, right?
I got a wedding tomorrow.
You got a wedding?
Yep.
Yeah. It's hell getting to heaven.
Sometimes it's hell getting to heaven.
Sometimes it's hell getting to heaven. I just messed the whole thing up, didn't I?
And it's also, isn't it like Bethany Baptist Church's anniversary?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. Bethany Baptist Church. It's tomorrow at 5 o'clock, so I look forward to being there. We were there tonight having a good time and just laughing, man, about old times. And it's always good to somebody that who did time or somebody you was incarcerated with just come home and do some marvelous, beautiful things. You know, I mean, it's a blessing. So again, I thank y'all for taking my phone call, giving me a chance to give a shout out to everybody incarcerated, even the families who's listening because they're incarcerated as well. I know my mom, you know, she dealt with it pretty hard, and my family dealt with it pretty hard when I was incarcerated. So now I'm just want to be a blessing to everybody around me, including you, David, and everybody there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, next
we
week,
enjoyed that time you come over here.
Yeah, man, next week, peace on me.
Yeah.
So remember that.
All right. And tell Jameson tomorrow, I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but I got a wedding in Montgomery. It starts at 5:30. So I don't think I'll be able to get all the way back down to Pearland.
Yeah, you in my area. Y'all want pepperoni? Y'all want supreme? What's your pizza type?
Man, I like the meat lovers with a few jalapenos thrown in.
Meat lovers with jalapenos in there?
Oh yeah, boy.
Okay.
And jalapenos keep the illness away.
All right. What time you want me to bring it up there?
As he stuffs more pizza in his mouth.
No, actually, I did.
All right, brother. We love you, man. You stay cool.
Thank you, man. Love y'all too, man.
All right.
Great show. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You know who he was, right?
Yeah.
He was over here that night. He did a comedy thing down in Pearland.
Yeah, that's the...
He drove the Audi.
Oh, yeah.
And then tomorrow is Jameson Charles. That's the play he wrote the book while he was in prison, and then they got the play going on. And I was going to go. I really had a plan. I talked to Dee Dee about it, and you know, with me being off work with this stupid leg thing, I try and take as many weddings as I can. And then they called me up kind of last minute, and I got a 5:30 wedding. I got a 6:30 in the morning wedding on Sunday morning. Sunrise wedding down in Galveston. Dee Dee says, it's going to take you 2 hours to drive down there. I said, well, their money's green.
Now, can you do weddings inside?
Well, no, because I'm not. I'm a volunteer. I'm on the volunteer chaplains list because I used to go in the prisons, and they say it's a conflict of interest.
Okay.
So if I take myself off the volunteer chaplains list, then I could do it. But the reason I didn't do that is because aren't those during the week, though? They're not on the weekends.
No, they're not on the weekends.
So whenever I'm working, I can't do that. Now that I'm not working, I could do it. But if I got that started, then I wouldn't want to, stop it. It'd be a lot of work to end up stopping. We got another caller? We need to get him on quick.
Hey, Carmela, you only have about a minute.
Okay, I'll make it quick. This shout out is for, I forgot his name, Marcus Smallins at the Dieball unit. Hi, Marcus. I'm running late tonight, so I'll make it quick. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good week. Just stay safe, keep your chin up, and just know you're loved. I think about you all the time. And just stay cool and hydrated. I hope to get to you earlier next week. My second shout out is for my nephew, Bradley Leland Aiken at the San Saba unit. Hi, Brad. This is your Aunt Carmela. Hope you're doing well, staying cool and hydrated. Just keep up the good work. Keep your chin up. and keep your eyes forward. Just know you're loved. I think about you all the time. It's hot, so stay as cool as you can. Drink a lot of water. Okay, I hope to talk to you next week. I love you. Stay safe. Thank you, Prison Show. Have a traveling grace home, and have a good weekend. Stay cool and hydrated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Well, it's been a great show. I didn't mean to cut her off that fast. Sorry, Miss Carmela. That button was easily pushed there.
I could clearly.
You know, it's been a great show, and every week I introduce Damage Control with Skylar Dawn and DJ Chill, and Skylar's been texting me just about all night, and then the guest, Dion, earlier was talking about Skylar. So I guess we got Skylar Dawn on the brain tonight.
Evidently.
So y'all stay tuned for Skylar Dawn and DJ Chill with Damage Control. They got a wonderful show coming up tonight. Hopefully we'll all be shaking our booties on the way home. I know I got me about an hour drive. I'll be jamming. So have a great weekend, guys.
Have a great weekend.
See you at visit hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Bill is loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you give a least. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. It's prison radio. From Paris to Polanski, bonjour, mi amor. In my dreams, I